Welcome to Tuesday Technical Talk. Today's topic is Fibonacci. Now, Fibonacci is very powerful and very effective tool in technical analysis, and it can be used in several ways. So we'll talk about the most common way of using Fibonacci called Fibonacci retracement. But let's go in the history that what is Fibonacci and how did it come into picture and how we can use in the markets also. So let's talk about Fibonacci. Was developed by a mathematician from Italy called Leonardo Fibonacci. And he discovered a unique formula in the 12th century, which is called Liber Abaci, which is Italian language, I guess. And he come up with this series of numbers. And if you add those numbers and you have a unique proportion and a unique ratio to each of them. So let's talk about that. Fibonacci series starts with actually 0, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 3, 8, and like that. So you're adding two consecutive numbers and going forward. So it's an infinite series. It can go anywhere, right? Now, what is so unique about this series is that obtained by two preceding numbers, the ratio between two numbers is either 1.618 or 0.618. Means after 5, any number you divide, if you divide 13 by 8, you get 1.618. If you divide 8 by 13, then you get 0.618. And this is called as the golden ratio. 61% is called the golden ratio of the universe, the law of universe actually. And how does it apply to everything what we use in life? Let me show you that. Look at this body, our human body. The navel is, from the navel to the bottom is 61%. From your elbow, from the elbow to the tip of the hand is 61%. So what does 61% do? 61% is a point of equilibrium. It gives you balance. That means this is your balancing point. This is your balancing point from your body. And like that in many other proportions it is there, even in the fingers, even in the face. That means it is applicable to human body. It is applicable to plants. And it is applicable to many more things like planets and oceans and waves and everything. And that's called the point of equilibrium, which gives you balancing thing. And the same way, we can use that balancing thing in the market. Right? So why we have like not only 61%, but there are three ratios which are going to use in Fibonacci. Let's see how they come into picture. So if you go by this number, consecutive numbers, and if you divide them, you get 0.618, which is 61%. Now if you divide one alternate number, 3 by 5, 8 by 21, then we get 0.38. Now what you see is 0.38 plus 0.61 join 1. So total is 1. Right? And then one more is, if you join two alternate numbers, 5 to 21, 8 to 34, 21 to 89, you get 0.23%. So these are the three ratios which are used in Fibonacci retracement, apart from one more, which is 50%. Why 50%? Because as a human mind, as a human being, we use this 50% and double, like double and half as our standard calculation. So if I tell you what stock you're going to buy, you bought a stock at 100 rupees, where will you sell? Say 200. You will not say 168 or something like that. So it's thinking in those terms. And also it is a part of Fibonacci because what are the first two numbers? 1 and 2. 1 divided by 2 or 2 divided by 1. So you get 0.5 as the fourth number. So these are the four ratios, 0.23, 0.38, 0.5, 0.618 as the four important ratios of Fibonacci retracement. Now there is something called as Fibonacci projection, Fibonacci arcs, Fibonacci series, and lot of things are there, extension, expansion. But the most powerful and most commonly used is retracement and most effective also. Right? So let's talk about this one. The golden ratio is 61%. The golden ratio is a fundamental function for building blocks of nature. It is applicable to, as I said, plants, human beings, planets, everything. It applies to everything like this. Now let's talk about a retracement is a counter trend within the trend. You counter trend is you go up and you go down. Like let me show you. It is measured by using ratios which are less than 1. All this 0.2, 3.5 are less than 1, right? So we use those ratios. It uses horizontal lines of support in an uptrend and resistance in a downtrend. Let me show you both then with the retracement, 38% retracement. Let's show this. Look at this. Now what you need is, you have to count point A, point B. This is an uptrend. Now when market comes down, this is called as a retracement, counter trend. And then we put this calculation here, 0.38, 0.5, 0.618. Market takes support at 38%, and then moves up. So how do I know it is going to be at 38% or 50%? I don't know. So let the market tell me. So when it is coming at 38%, I'll be ready. And if I see a bullish candlestick pattern or some other confirmation, then I'll buy and put a stop loss below this, because if this breaks, then it goes to the next one. If this breaks, then it goes to the next one, right? So that's how it works. So we don't know which one will work, but we know that these three are the most important. And if there is an uptrend, any of these will work as support. Now, if you see that behind this, there was a slide which says, shallower the retracement, stronger the trend. This is very important. I'll come back to this. Remember this, shallower the retracement, stronger the trend. Now, 38% retracement is here. Now, look at this one. From A to B, it comes to 38% and then bounces back. So I have a very low risk entry in this one. Low risk. Next one. Now on the downside, if you have a downtrend like this and then it retraces 38%, so you calculate A to B and 38%. That's how it works. A to B and 38%. So 38% as retracement. Now let's look at 50% retracements in an uptrend as well as a downtrend. Strong uptrend comes down to 50%, forms a bullish candlestick pattern and moves up. Now you see that 38% was also there, but it did not give any respect. It just broke it, went to 50, and then show a bullish candlestick pattern. Maybe you can even use a 3-bar divergence or some RSI range shift or 40 support and all that. That gives me a further confirmation of this particular trade, right? One more, 50%. Look at that shadow. So while it is forming a shadow on that day itself, I know that, oh, this is a 50% support and it's forming a shadow. It's forming a bullish candlestick pattern. Plus there is a divergence on RSI. Plus this is confirming the trend line. Buy with a very low risk, and then you get this, right? So this is where on a downtrend you get 50%. Now let's look at the 61%, which is the last support, right? Goes up, goes down to 61 once and twice. Twice it takes support. In fact, it takes support on 50 first. Look at this uptrend, 50 support goes up. Now comes to 61%, again comes to 61% and goes up. So there are multiple times it can take support. That's another cue for you. I hope you're taking notes. I know it may look fancy, but it's very powerful and it's very effective. And it works like magic on Nifty and Bank Nifty and Sensex. Magic. So just go and try. Every software will have Fibonacci retracements. Even the free websites like investing.com or many other websites, you will see Fibonacci ratios and you just see. Now for retracement, there are 4, 23%, 38%, 50 and 61. But we are using only 3 right now, 38, 50 and 61. These are the most powerful ones. And shallower the retracement, stronger the trend. Remember that, come back to that. This one, 61% and up, right? So whenever, now on the downside, A to B, 61% and come back. That means the trend is still down. That's what it is. Now, let me tell you one last important point. I said shallower the retracement, stronger the trend. So let's go back to the 38%. Now look at this one. Now look at this. This is an uptrend. Let's say market went up by 100 points from point A to point B. And it retraced 38% and now moves up. That means bulls have captured 100 rupees in this uptrend and bears have taken away 38 rupees. And then it moves up. In 50%, bears have taken 50% and in 61%, bears have taken 61%. That means now bulls have to work harder to get back to those highs. So shallower the retracement. This is shallow retracement. That means this trend is strong. If there is a deep retracement of 61%, it's a good support. 61 is a major support, but the trend is not so strong, because if you are a strong bull, let's say you take 100 rupees, how much will you let the bears take away back from you? Lesser the best, right? So if it only takes 23% or 38%, that means that you are strong bull. But if you let go 61% of your gains, that means you are losing strength, or bears are stronger than you. That's the reason we say shallower the retracement, stronger the trend. Maybe I'll have to do one more episode on this for Fibonacci projections and Fibonacci expansions and extensions. There are multiple things. The same Fibonacci we can even use for time analysis. Now this is price analysis. You are finding a support and resistance. Like that we do time analysis. We can find out the day and the date where we can find that there can be a trend change date. You must have seen in my videos where I used like full moon day or new moon day or equinoxes or some time change date where there is an important trend which will, there is a likelihood that it will change from here. Like we say, okay, this support will work, same way, this date will work and trend will change similarly, right? So that we maybe talk about in the next episode, but I hope you enjoyed this Fibonacci series or Fibonacci ratio video. It's about retracement, 0.38, 0.50, 0.618. Shallower the retracement, stronger the trend. Of course, once you see a support working, like a bullish candlestick confirmation or something, then only you act. Most effective on indices like Nifty, Bank Nifty, Sensex, and also mostly the blue chip stocks. It's very, very effective because it's the law of nature. Your body is 61%, plants are 61%, the animals have 60%, the planets have 61%, so why not market? So don't underestimate the power of Fibonacci, right? So you can have, there are some more videos on this channel where you can see some videos on Fibonacci. I've done a full program. We have a full program called Golden Ratio Trader Program, right? Maybe we can talk about that later. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this. I want to see your likes, comments, and also want to see what did you learn from this and how did you apply this. Thank you so much. Good luck and good trading.